Hi there, it is design time. Welcome guys in Efficient Graphic Design channel. And what we want to do today is select a person or an object, especially a person with long hair. We will show you how to select a person with long hair from an image and move it to another image. But before we begin, if you don't have the Adobe Photoshop installed in your machine, I placed the link in the description below where you can download the last version of Adobe Photoshop for free. And if you have any problem installing the software, just leave me a comment and I will reply to help you. Let's begin. So let's start with the image here. We are going to use the quick selection tool to select the woman from the background. We used plus option. We make the size a little bigger, and we can very easily select the woman here because the background has one color, just one color. And the quick selection tool is very powerful in selecting objects. Like you can see, we can very easily select the woman from the background with the quick selection tool. We continue our selection, like you can notice here. That's very good. Selection now is very good. We use the minus option because we make the size a little smaller because we want to remove these parts here under the hand from the selection because it contains the white background. We remove these parts here, and now like you can see, the selection is very professional and very great. So what we are going to do now is create a layer mask. Like you can see, create a layer mask here, and this is the mask we get. We go to this option here, select and mask. We click in select and mask, and what we can do here is so many preferences to edit. We can edit of course the view, and it depends on the case, on our case, on the image we have. For example, in our case, I think the black view is better. We select the zoom. We zoom in a little. And like you can see, we have so many preferences here. We can edit. But in our case, the first thing we want to do is make the hair selection more professional. So we go to this tool here called Refine Edge Brush, and we make the size a little small. We make the hardness something like 15 or 16, and we go to the hair here, to the parts. We see the selection isn't so great here, so we use this tool to refine the hair selection and make the edges of the hair selection more accurate. Like you can see here, this tool is very good. It gives us something like here in the edges of the selection. Also in these parts here. I think now it's perfect. If I show the original image, you can notice the difference. If we click in the show original, it shows us the original layer mask before applying the Refine Edge Brush tool. So you can easily see the difference after we apply this tool in the hair. So what we are going to do now is going to the t-shirt. So for the t-shirts, we are not going to use the Refine Edge Brush, but the brush tool, the third one. Like you can see, it helps us to refine the edges of the selection of the body, for example, or a t-shirt, or any object we want to refine edges. So with the +1, we refine the edges here. To make the edges more professional. To refine the edges here with the plus tool. Remember that we are using now the brush tool and not the refine edge brush we use with the hair. We are using the third tool in the left. So we go to these parts here, refine the edge a little. We do all this editing and refining because when we will move this layer mask in another background, we want things to look realistic, and the viewer will not be able to detect that this woman don't exist in this background, and we selection it from another image. So for that reason, we are refining edges, like you can see. So now when we zoom out, you can see the result now is great. If I come back to the original image, you can notice now the difference. We refine the edges in the hair with the refine edge brush tool, and we refine the edges in the t-shirt with the brush tool. And now we can make some editing in these levels in the right, for example. But before that, we have to add a little refining edges here in these parts here with the plus tool, the +1. And with the -1, we will try to remove a little here to make the edges very refined, very professional. Now we can edit the radius, and there is no perfect percentage for all images, but it depends on our case, on the image we have, on the edges we have. So we try to modify the levels here until we have the results we want, the perfect results we want. We can modify the smooth. We always come back to the original image to see the differences we get and if we have the good results or not. We can also modify the feather. We'll let it at 0 points. We can modify the contrast. But in our case, I think we don't need to make these levels. I will let them all in 0, but the shift edge, I think it is very powerful and very good. We make it something like -30 or -20. Like you can see, if I make it in the plus part, it gets so many edges, and I don't want that, so I will make it a little minus. Last option I can do is Decontaminate Colors. I can make Decontaminate Colors on or off, and I can see the results, and I can choose from activating this option or not. It depends on my case, on the image I have. So when I am done, like you can see, I used the refine edge brush for the hair to remember, and the brush tool for the edges of the t-shirt. I play a little with the levels on the right, the global refinements, and for Decontaminate Colors, I didn't use this option in my case. Perhaps in other cases you can use it. So I choose this output, new layer with layer mask, and I click OK. Like you can see now, I have 2 layer masks. One is the first I get with the selection, and the second one is this one here. Like you can see, when I make it on, it makes the selection very professional, very refined, and very great. So now all I have to do is move the person, move the objects to this background here. Like you can see, it looks like it appears like it is original in this background. So I go to edit, transform, flip horizontal to make the girl flip horizontally. I position the girl in the position here, and like you can see, the result is very realistic because we also make some changes in the layer mask which helps us to get these results. And this final part is an adjustment. We create a levels adjustment to make the girl look great. And like you can see, the level adjustment is applied only on the girl, and not on the background. And that's the result, the last result I get. So guys, I wish you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe to get the tutorials coming up. If you have any issues in installing the software or applying today's lesson, just leave a comment and I will reply to help you. Thanks for watching and see you in the next tutorials.